No, that's very interesting. But
Okay.
let me lead you to this conspiracy theory.
Okay. We haven't. I'll give you that.
And I feel like this is the perfect time for one because we're talking about the moon.
Okay.
And now this conspiracy theory, this theorist David Icke. Have you heard of the term reptilians? Have you heard about how they technically run the world?
I have heard of this, McNasty. I have heard of it.
Now they're shapeshifters.
Okay.
Even when you're doom scrolling on your phone, you would see some conspiracy theory about, oh, look at how they shapeshift mid press, usually political leaders and such.
Okay.
Have you seen those videos?
Yes, I have seen them. Yes.
Now, do you think there's a possibility that reptilians do exist and they do run the earth?
Statistically, not impossible, because there are theories that are based around them being a possible alien species that lives on the planet. That's not statistically impossible. We're going to go with, if I had to give it a statistical probability, about a 5% chance that is the real case.
And 5% is a lot.
That is a lot, but that's the max that I would give it. That's me being liberal. I'm being very honest with you, McNasty.
All right, so let's say this conspiracy theory is true. Another thing that they say in this conspiracy that these reptilians run off of our negative emotions, our stress, fears, and anxieties.
I haven't heard this.
This is what they feed off of.
Okay.
The negative emotions, right? And that's why they're saying that things happen. And then they orchestrate this. Now, this is what the conspiracy says. Technically, the moon is their moon base.
Okay.
Now, with the moon being their moon base and very tactical, they get to observe us from the top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the moon is fake.
The whole moon is fake. Like Death Star, like fake? What are we talking about?
As like a sphere that looks like a rock, but on the inside is just observation tools, home bases.
Okay.
Yeah, like a star.
Like a Death Star. That's what you're describing. You're describing the Death Star. Basically. Okay.
So they're using this as an observation.
Okay.
So let's say it is true.
All right.
And we go up there. We throw their nuclear base on their nuclear base. Does this start the first war for reptilians versus humans? Or is this like the next step?
No, this would not start. I don't think this would start a war, even pretending like these beings exist, right? Pretending that these reptilians do exist and they do run the government and all that, blah, blah, blah. We have gone to the moon and we know that they're already touched down on the moon. Why would they get pissed at us for going back and colonizing the moon? Why would they get pissed about that?
Because the first time, now this is another conspiracy theory. Now these are just things that I've seen people.
Okay.
Just likely.
All right.
Was that we touched down on the moon, they told our asses go back. You're not allowed here. So we went back and then we filmed the moon landing in a studio, and that's what we released to the public. That's what they said.
All right.
Now, what's the possibility?
So here's my question then, because now you're mixing conspiracy theories. Because the conspiracy theory about them filming the Apollo space mission inside of a studio is for the people that believe in the flat Earth, telling us that the moon doesn't exist. So you're combining two different theories now, McNasty.
Am I combining them or am I just connecting the dots?
What fucking dots, McNasty?
Am I combining them or am I connecting the dots? You're not asking the right questions.
All right.
I feel like we're getting off topic here.
No. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt here. All right. So the reptilians are originally, when the Apollo mission landed, the reptilians decided, you guys got to go back. And then we were like, fuck it, we're going to film this inside of a studio and we're going to broadcast that to the entire world.
If you think about it like this too, everybody already knew we were trying to go to space. So what happens if we launched it, came back and said nothing?
Here's my question, McNasty. So for the world leaders around the world, right, when the first space race happened and these reptilians were running the world, right, which countries were reptilian people and which countries were real people?
The fuck am I supposed to know? You fucking know?
But you gotta have this type of explanation, because I'm gonna have questions, because you can't tell me that every single country's world leader is a reptile. And this has never leaked. Ever. Aside from conspiracy theories online.
They keep their circle tight, bro.
But that's what I mean. It can't be too big of a circle. There's over 200 something countries with individual leaders. So it can't be that all of them are reptiles.
They work behind the scenes, right?
Huh?
So they only need to come out when they need to. Like they have like people, they reveal themselves to some people.
What's the number of spokespersons that they have? What's the total number that you think? That actually interact with the human race?
That actually, wait, like how many reptilians interact with the humans?
Yes.
Probably like 10 max.
Only 10.
So there's a council, because everybody else lives beyond Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? So there's a council, right? And those are the only people that are allowed to interact with humans. And then we bargain with them, but ultimately we're their puppet. And we feed their hunger with negative energy.
Fucking nasty. Do you even believe this one?
That's what the conspiracy says, and there's people who believe it.
I don't doubt that. I really do not doubt that there are people that probably believe this. People believe in a lot of crazy things. So I don't doubt you. I personally am saying in this particular situation, you believe that when the U.S. gets there, they're going to get turned around or not even the U.S. Let's pretend that China and Russia gets there. Do you believe that when they touch down on the moon, they're gonna get turned around and sent back, and they're gonna have to film them building a reactor in?
So I don't believe any of this. I just want to be clear.
Motherfucker, you're not doing this. You're not doing this, Big Nasty.
What they say, I don't believe any of this. But if it was me thinking logically, knowing that they are gonna be like, "Yo, you can't come here,"
okay,
I'm gonna be strapped.
You're gonna be strapped.
I'm gonna be ready.
Okay.
If we're going up there, well, don't take that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there has to be some assurance to it. Now, after speaking it with you, I don't think this is very likely, because this just sounds a little out there.
Yeah.
But that's what they believe. And that's what I am portraying, their voices.
All right, fair enough. You just wanted to bring out one of the conspiracies that are floating out there online. Now, in terms of this space race, right? Let's pretend that this space race does go off. Now, the original space race that we had against Russia was more of a dick measuring contest. In this particular situation, it was specifically because we're afraid of them creating these zones where they're going to have this nuclear reactor activated on the moon. What exactly do you think they're going to be doing with that reactor? What is it going to be powering? And to be completely clear here, they're planning on building a fission reactor. For people who don't know, that's actually it's similar to a fusion, which is it's actually no, backwards. So they're building a fission reactor, but now the technology that we are developing at this point is for fusion reactors. Now the technologies are slightly the same but different. So they use the same logic of like atomic power. They're both nuclear reactors, but fission power is when you split atoms, which is how we make like nuclear bombs. fusion power is actually the future. And that's right now the technology that's being developed here on Earth, where you combine atoms together in order to make power, right? What do you think will be powering, or they will be powering with this futuristic technology up there? What do you think it's going to be used for?
That phrase.
What phrase?
That phrase.
What
Laser beams.
Laser beams.
Death, destruction.
Oh, death rays is what you said. Okay. But why in space? Why they're really far away if they're gonna shoot me a death ray from fucking the moon? They could do that from a satellite now.
I don't have the answer for that. I don't know.
But we can come up with like our own ideas. Me personally, I actually think that this will not be a fusion reactor for the sake of a fusion reactor. I actually believe that what they might be making up there is going to be, because depending on where, I don't know where on the moon they're going to land. I didn't actually look into that. Because depending on where you land on the moon, you're either facing the sun or you're not. There's two halves of the moon. There's one side of the moon that never faces the earth. That's called the dark side of the moon. And then the light side of the moon is where the sun hits. On the dark side of the moon, the temperatures reach down to below like negative 200 something degrees.
So wait.
When the moon spins, right?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Or no, it spins, but it spins locked with the earth. So it locks with the earth.
So the
rotation.
dark side will always stay dark.
Yeah, so dark side always stays dark, correct. Yeah. So depending on what side they put this on, if they put this on the dark side, I would imagine it's to generate heat in order to actually let the astronauts like work if they're going to be on that side of the moon. Because technically, you would want to be on that side of the moon because that's the side getting hit with the least radiation from the sun. That would make the most sense to me on what exactly they might be doing. I don't think that it's going to be specifically for weapons, if you had to ask me.
Cool. So they just going up there to hang out.
Pretty much. We're spending billions of dollars on this shit, and we technically don't even know what we're building these bases for in reality. That has not been outlined to us, because we have the what's it called? We have the Space Force now. That's a branch of the military. Now, crazy enough, I actually watched a YouTube video that explained that technically building the Space Force was actually a good idea because China and Russia have committed, I don't want to say that they've committed. They've shown that they are more than willing to do military operations out in space. So I actually do understand why they actually have the Space Force now. So I'll give Trump a little bit of credit for us creating that branch of the military.
Go Space Force. What do you join?
Would I join the Space Force? Do I get to go to space?
Bro, I don't know.
If I'm going to space, that's an instant sign up. Sold. Nigga, I get to tell somebody I spent an entire summer on the moon base. Nigga, that's tough.
You'll just be patrolling like a security guard.
Would I be like a stormtrooper? Would they give me a stormtrooper outfit?
They'll give you like a regular suit and like a baton.
A suit and a baton, nah.
Like, yo, just patrol this door.
Because technically in space, you would want to be careful because when you shoot a gun in space, the kickback of the gun will push you in the same, in the opposite direction of the muzzle of where the bullet is flying from. So you actually have to be careful with that.
That's why you get a baton.
But I don't want to fucking swing a baton, and plus you're going to be swinging in slow motion because of the gravity difference.
You're not really there to protect anything, bro. You're kind of just like a body.
So what if the Russians show up and I gotta fucking fight 6 foot tall Dmitri, nigga? I'm pulling on a baton. That nigga beating my ass. You're fucking crazy.
Nah, because even what they're gonna do if they're gonna hit you, you're gonna see it coming.
What if they're creating some crazy technology that'll fucking launch a dart at my fucking spacesuit and eventually escape all the air out of my fucking suit?
Then you gotta dodge the dart.
Motherfucker, what? You can't dodge a dart now.
If you put in space, you probably could though.
I mean, if that shit coming at you like 1 mile an hour, but in space, you have space debris as well, especially on the moon. The moon actually gets hit a lot by like meteors and like asteroids and shit like that because it doesn't have an atmosphere to burn it up. So it gets hit often as well.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm saying if you're part of Space Force, right? They're gonna train you to some capacity
To what capacity?
to be able to dodge a dart in space, at least minimum.
You think?
Probably not. It's probably early development for them.
Yeah, I don't think they planned that far into how to fight in zero gravity yet. That's probably something like what's that movie? Remember The Dark Knight when they were flying in a plane and the plane started fucking falling and everybody went 0G? Yeah. That's what the fight scenes in space would be like. That shit would be tough, not gonna lie. Should we go to space? I'd join Space Force. Bro. All right, we're far off topic.
Cool. So
all right.